Welcome to Sports Roundup on this Sunday, September 7th, 2014. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here, and let's start it off down at Sun Life Stadium in Miami, Florida, where the New England Patriots open up the 2014 regular season against the Miami Dolphins here, and the Dolphins get off to a good start as Levon Miller got a 4-yard pass from Tannehill, 7-0 in favor of the Dolphins. But then Shane Vereen 2-yard run, and Gostkowski kick is good, tied at 7-7 apiece. And then Straven Gostkowski 47-yard field goal drive, and it's 10-7 in favor of the Pats for 1 quarter. Then Rob Gronkowski 6-yard pass from Tom Brady, and Gostkowski's kick is good, 17-7 in favor of the Patriots. And then Caleb Sturgis a 30-yard field goal, and it's 17-10 Patriots. And then Straven Gostkowski 45-yard field goal drive, and it's 20-10 Pats at halftime. But then the game turned over like a Category 4 hurricane as the Miami Dolphins took over from there as Caleb Sturgis gets a 24-yard field goal drive, 20-20 the score here. And then Mike Walsh a 14-yard pass from Brian Tannehill, and its kick is good, tied at 20-20 apiece. And then Sturgis a 22-yard field goal is good. Dolphins take a 23-20 lead, and then Sean Marino a 4-yard run, and was 30-20 Dolphins in the fourth quarter. Then Sturgis puts the finishing touches on it. Victory as the Miami Dolphins defeat the New England Patriots 33-20 as the New England Patriots lose an opening game for the first time since exactly 11 years ago to date that the New England Patriots got thumped 31-0 in favor of the Buffalo Bills. But that same year, the Patriots won the Super Bowl, so hang in there, New England Patriot Nation. Everything will be okay. It's just one game. You got to give credit to the fired-up Dolphins who took over from the third quarter and deserved the victory. But there's one down, 15 more to go, as the New England Patriots will travel up to Minneapolis for a date with Adrian Peterson and the Minnesota Vikings there. Okay, let's take a look at other scores around the league here. Houston Texans defeat the Washington Redskins 17-6. New York Jets over the Oakland Raiders 19-14 here. Philadelphia Eagles overcoming a 17-0 deficit on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now score 34 unanswered points there as they now have a 34-17 lead on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Pittsburgh Steelers have a 27-3 lead, but the Cleveland Browns score 24 unanswered points to tie it at 27 apiece, but the Pittsburgh Steelers got a field goal and they survive a Cleveland comeback 30-27 here. Minnesota Vikings are rolled over the St. Louis Rams 34-6. And the Buffalo Bills defeat the Chicago Bears 23-20 in overtime. Cincinnati Bengals defeat the Baltimore Ravens 23-16. Atlanta Falcons over the New Orleans Saints 37-34 in overtime here. And the Tennessee Titans on the way to a 26-10 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs here. And the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will get underway down in Tampa, and San Francisco and Dallas will get away down to the Big D here. And Indianapolis and Denver square off at 8:39 in Denver. Well, Patriots Nation, it'll be okay. It's just one game. We're not going to come to 99 squad. We're not going to come 1-15. But Brady and Belichick have been there, and they're going to bounce back and focus on Minnesota and erase that Miami loss. Okay, shifting gears to baseball, where the Boston Red Sox were looking for a sweep by the Toronto Blue Jays in the Fenway Park, and it was a scoreless baseball through 4 innings. But then in top of the 5th, Jose Bautista slams a homer on a fly ball to left field. 31st home of the season that scores Bautista, Gulse, and Reyes. And it is 3-0 in favor of the Blue Jays. And then the Red Sox make it 3-1. And Alexander Bogaerts single on a line drive to left field of Kevin Pillar. And Dan Nava scores. And all you to keep pitching as it is 3-1 Red Sox trailing the Blue Jays. And that's all the scoring they muster as the Red Sox lose to the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1 as now they fall to 62-80 in season, but they take 2 out of 3 from the Jays here. So next up, R.A. Dickey got the win. And so R.A. Dickey got the win, Ruby Dilrussell got the loss, and Jansen got the save. Okay, next up for the Red Sox, they will square off against the Baltimore Orioles at Fenway Park as Joe Kelly and the man for the Red Sox. Wow, Miguel Gonzalez on the man for the O's. Okay, take a look at other scrolls around the majors here in the bottom of the 8th. Kansas City Royals lead the New York Yankees 2-0 in the bottom of the 8th. In the bottom of the 9th, New York Mets lead the Cincinnati Reds 4-1 in the bottom of the 9th. Top of the 8th, Washington Nationals lead the Philadelphia Phillies 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 7th, Tampa Bay Rays lead the Baltimore Orioles 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning here. Bottom of the 6th, Los Angeles Angels all over the Minnesota Twins 12-3. St. Louis Cardinals lead the Milwaukee Brewers 6-0 in the top of the 8th. And then Pittsburgh Pirates lead the Chicago Cubs 8-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th, no score between the Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers. Top of the 2nd, Astros and the Oakland A's, no score in the top of the 2nd inning here. And in the top of the 2nd inning here, Los Angeles Dodgers and Arizona Diamondbacks, no score. Bottom of the 1st, San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies, no score. And the bottom of the 1, Cleveland Indians blanked the Chicago White Sox 2-0. Miami Marlins blanked the Atlanta Braves 4-0. And the Sox lose to the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1. Okay, here we stand in the Major League Baseball standing so far. Here, Baltimore Orioles have a Baltimore Orioles have an 8.5 game lead on the New York Yankees for first place in the American League East. In the American League Central, Kansas City Royals have a 2-game lead on the Detroit Tigers for first place American League Central, and Los Angeles Angels have a 6-game lead on the Oakland A's for first place in the American League West. Take a look at the National League. It's the Washington Nationals have a 6.5 game lead on the Atlanta Braves for first place in the National League East. National League Central, St. Louis Cardinals have a 4-game lead on the Milwaukee Brewers for first place in the National League Central, and National League West, Los Angeles Dodgers have a 2-game lead on the San Francisco Giants for first place in the National League West. Here, and if the season were to end today, Los Angeles Angels will get the 1 seed, Baltimore the 2 seed, and Kansas City the 3 seed. Then Seattle and Oakland will be in the wild card play for the right to meet the Los Angeles Angels for. And in the National League, Washington 1 seed, LA the 2 seed, and St. Louis the 3 seed. And Milwaukee and San Francisco will square off for the right to meet the Washington Nationals there. So, okay, let's move it on to the Portland Sea Dogs here. They needed a win against the Binghamton Mets to move on, and they did it as Portland's quest for the playoffs comes to an end at Hadlock Field as the Binghamton Mets defeat the Portland Sea Dogs 8-5 here as they move on to the Eastern League Championship Series. But you gotta give the Portland Sea Dogs credit, they did very good, and gotta give the Sea Dogs credit now. The Paws square off against Durham Bulls there in the Governors Cup Championship Series there. Take a look at PGA Golf Tour. Take a look at PGA Golf here in the BMW Championship. Cherry Hills Country Club, Billy Horschel and Brian Palmer are tied for the lead in the final round there. Take a look at the latest on sports news here. And a soccer score to tell you. Columbus leading Chivas Regal 2-0. And a score update. San Francisco Giants leading the Dallas Cowboys 7-0 here. Other score news here. Kei Nishikori and Myron Cleveland will provide tenants with a kind of Grand Slam final lasting almost 10 years ago when they clashed for the US Open title on Monday. Atlanta Hawks owner to sell interest in team after inappropriate and offensive email. Standing on the field with a mite, the end of his baseball career likely 3 weeks away, Dirk Jeter remains cool and collected as his played shortstop over the past 2 decades. Michigan State's defense was a set plate and Oregon quarterback Marcus Mariota for the much of the game, and the Spartans' offense offered little help in the second half, scoring only 3 points over the final 30 minutes. Southern California and Virginia Tech were the biggest winners in a new coaches poll top 25 released Sunday, while Oregon moving a virtual tie for third with Oklahoma after beating Michigan State. Fan overboard, it thankfully didn't get that bad Saturday night at Richmond International Raceway, where the inevitable image of the most lackluster race of the Sprint Club series was have a half. As a man briefly swinging his arms, while Brad Keselowski was celebrating his NASCAR victory here. Back in New York, back in May, the aftermath of the early losses about both the French Open and good friends Serena Williams and Caroline Wozniacki also was about a week removed from the end of their engagement at Golf Square McElroy flew from Paris. Here, there were heroics that made a Big Ten gridiron before Saturday, and that will be again, and contrary to a common perception, there were really heroics at Saturday, which is a day that will go down to one of the low points of Big Ten history. And Bob and Mike Bryan won a record time 5th U.S. Open Doubles Championship Sunday for the winner of the title or minute title. The top-ranked twins beat 11th seeded Spaniards Marcel Granollers and Marc Lopez 6-3, 6-4. And that's going to be it for Sports Roundup on this September 7th, 2014 on a Sunday. PGA with you. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow night after the Red Sox and Royals game on Ness and PGA with a good night. See you tomorrow.